Here we go. We have Nass versus OSM. OSM wanted another one after playing really well against Nush. He was in the zone. It's not going to be easier against Nass, that's for sure. One of the best 1v1 players in the game right now. He has risen up to be amongst the greats recently in 1v1. And his most recent match against Yan, which I believe was yesterday, was a nice 3-1 win. And Yan, not an easy opponent. I think Yan might be sitting at either 1 or 2 in the world in 1v1 rank. OSM is going to meet Nass at the rim. I have never seen such a high challenge. He said, Nass, I don't care if you're dribbling it all the way to ceiling heights. I'll be there to meet you. Nass plays a bit of keep away. Now, that is something that OSM was doing really well. OSM was doing a great job of playing on the ball constantly against Nush. And Nush could not find a way to punish, whereas it seems like Nass doesn't take too long. It takes him about 45 seconds to recognize that OSM is diving like a madman and to find the answer. Nass to the back wall. Doesn't hit the double. And now it'll be Nass able to get up a second goal as he rushes it past the recovering OSM. Nass not going to be participating in Gamers 8s, so he won't be able to hold it down for any team in ones. He would be quite the asset if he could be there. I'm assuming we're going to see a lot more from Nass just in the future of all of Rocket League, whether it's 3s, 1s. Nass on the come up. Learn his name now before it's too late. And also know that Nass did ask for his name to be pronounced Ness when I first talked to him. And you guys remember on stream, I called him Ness for a long time. But basically, the masses, as well as other commentators, just refusing to do anything but read what it reads as, which is Nass, has converted me as well. Maybe one day we'll convince everybody to go back, but I don't think Nass minds too much. OSM struggling to get on the board right now against Nass. OSM has a great position. Try and out-flick a defender. Nass does well in the shadow. OSM wanted that demo attempt. Nass evades. Able to clip a bump as he flips through the ball, because that was actually not the best position for him. It's going to be a bit dire. He wasn't able to do that. This boost is going to spawn just in time for Nass. And OSM forced to save this off the crossbar and work off pads and nets. Can he stop Nass from scoring? No, he cannot. Not when Nass is that perfect with the placement. Nass been able to keep OSM scoreless over the first half of this game. This air dribble resets. Will fall into the bottom right corner. OSM, after the end of the last game, said get him in another one. He wants more. Well, he is getting the smoke he asked for sure at the start of game number 1. OSM can't get enough heat on the flick to push it over the top of Nass. Nass cutting this infield. And when he played against Nush, all of these early challenges from OSM seemed to work out perfectly. This time around, they all seem to be a step late. As Nass has picked up the speed. This is a great shot, though, from OSM. Pops the ball up and air rolls around to hit the correct front flip to pop it right over the top of Nass. The late kickout from OSM. It's time to see all the different 1v1 cheeses we saw from him against Nush. Solid undercut, but not enough to stop Nass, who made it seem like nothing was in his way. Great save from OSM, and it's actually hard off the backboard. potentially set up a counterattack, but Nass's recovery is quicker. Nass flick high off the backboard. OSM cannot bump Nass on the recovery, and so Nass will make it 5-1. It's time for OSM to head back to the drawing board here against Nass. What was working earlier is no longer giving him any success. Kickoff goals never go out of style, though. So he has 50 seconds to get 3, and it's going to have to be 3 more kickoff goals, most likely. This one lost into his corner. Tried to bump Nass and ended up basically own goaling. He was worried about Nass approaching the ball, and so he looked to make a play and then recognized Nass was actually leaving. He ends up just tapping it towards his own net. OSM cannot get a demo on the back wall. Looking to play a bit of keep away. Right now it's just for morale going forward, so there's not nearly enough time. Crossfield pinch doesn't go more than an inch. And instead it just sets up Nass for a 7-2 and clear win. Yeah, OSM wants to go next. I think that might have been Nass leaving the game. Maybe they forgot I could just end it. Game number 1 going to Nass. Game number 2. Nass is playing at a very high level to start this series. Coming into today, we weren't necessarily sure what OSM had in store for us. I certainly would have put Nass above OSM here in 1v1, but that was not a chump that OSM just put up a great series against. Certainly seemed like he was ready to be much more in this one, but Nass has no interest in letting him into the game at all. As I say that, he is going to let OSM score. Nass does let OSM into the game by dropping the ball down to him. Is this one of the new German Football League decals? I feel like I haven't seen this one before. OSM air dribble bump. All reliable will pay off. And it's 2-1. It's Dortmund. This decal tells everything about OSM. I don't actually know any football, so I don't know what that means at all. Isn't that fun? I have absolutely no idea what it means to represent Dortmund. Nass thought he did enough to convince OSM not to challenge the ball there. That's what I have to assume. That's why he hit on the brakes. Thought OSM would probably turn away, but instead OSM, undeterred, goes to slam in his 3rd goal. OSM leveling up here a little bit. The fake, and it's just going to let it bounce in. Thought maybe he could stick around to help force it through, but he actually decided grabbing the 100 was going to be worth it, and that, you know, maybe it just might bounce in without any help. OSM delay kickoff. Tried to go crossbar down with the first shot and looked to place perfectly on the second. Because he missed a bit too much, it'll be a goal in his own net, and that's just how once goes. The quest for perfect placement. You risk going just a bit too high and setting up a play for the other player. Dortmund is pretty consistently the 2nd best team in Germany. Very popular, extremely insane fans. Former team of current Liverpool FC manager, I'm not going to try and say that, I guess I am, Jurgen Klopp. Watch some videos from their fans sometimes. Why, are their fans crazy or something? I ain't reading all that. I did it for you. You could just listen. OSM tried to start a ground dribble, but really didn't get a meaningful cut before the time that Nass was able to challenge. He actually just guided the ball right back into him. Undercuts from OSM. Nass just seems to be getting resets almost off of OSM's car. He has been the least affected by getting undercut of anybody I've seen. OSM's going to have a tough time protecting this one. He tried his best to, but it's not going to work. Nass will slow roll in a goal. The ball bounces that far away from the wall. It can be really hard to get a meaningful play on it without sacrificing possession. OSM to the back corner boost. Nass with a midfield dribble. Air dribble 50. OSM got enough on it though. He's certainly going to have enough time to recover and get back. Nass actually tried, or sorry, I should say OSM tried to pre-read Nass's clear. He thought for sure Nass was going to do a possession play and take the ball back to his half, but Nass said, okay, if you're going to go over there, I'll just wait. Like, I don't have to take it back, and I'll just cut back in field. Yeah, thank you for the raid, Bexy lad. W raid indeed. OSM demoed. And despite a great start to game number 2, Nass trying to prove himself inevitable. Fake kickoff for Nass. OSM looking to try and punish with a flick. That's a really great setup from Nass. Oh my goodness. OSM has to save though. That wave dash kind of half pinch on the wall to set up the air dribble is something else. OSM, I don't think he got the reset. I feel like he definitely would have used it from that position. Felt like the reset could have outplayed him. Now, 3-goal lead for Nass. But it feels like a lot more the way that he has been roasting through OSM the past few minutes because he started from behind. I'm sure he's had 5 or 6 some goals in a row. And he's going to try and make it another one. No, OSM. Solid recovery. No boost left to work with, though. As he power slides his way to stick with the ball. Now has 0. I'm not sure that this shot attempt is good enough. That is a great risk. I love that from OSM. No boost late in the game. Minute left to go. 3 goals to make up. Never in a million years do you want to dive like this in a different game context. But when you need goals, you might as well go for them. OSM now winning this kickoff. Definitely could have afforded to get that flick. He stopped trying to demo Nass as much, but he is going to outplay him and put on a 6th goal. 50 seconds for Nass to bring it back. OSM, I feel like I could just see the late kickoff coming. I wasn't able to say the words in time, but a crucial kickoff he needed from that midfield position. I think he's done it from a ton, but just seemed like it was going to be clear. He has himself a possession now. Keeps it in the air. Attacking Nass. Wants the 50. Doesn't get it. Nass. Not only does he get the save, he maybe sets himself up the other way. He fakes the first touch. Gets OSM to fly by. OSM defensive stand needs to be successful. He's attacking the ball immediately, and he got Nass to throw it off the back. OSM put the pressure on Nass to shoot early and got him to miss. This was Nass's game to lose, and he managed to do so, or at least he hasn't done it yet. 10 seconds. Another crucial kickoff. Do we see a delay again from OSM? 2 in a row. No. Doesn't risk it. Nass trying to put on the immediate goal. Just barely gets it. Oh, my goodness. I wasn't sure if OSM was going to be able to get that save. But it turns out the last pixel of the ball made it through before OSM could do anything about it. 5 seconds left to go. Will we see anything cheeky from OSM? It will be a delay, and Nass knew it was coming. He knew, and he just chips it directly on target. Secures the game. 3 seconds left to go. Surely OSM is going to have to try and play from behind. An 0-2 deficit. Can he bring it back? It's not going to be easy against the likes of Nass. But he hasn't been playing poor. He certainly had a solid end to this game. Just came a bit late. Nass is freestyling right now. Oh my goodness. Letting Nass build a bit more confidence. Game number 2 to Nass. As we head to what could be the final game. No, he's not. He's not. I can't. I saw you said that you might stay up if he's going to play, but I already bailed out of the meme. Despite how funny I think it would be, I just can't do it. I can't imagine somebody sitting there not going to bed waiting the next match to have Zen in it when it doesn't. Infinite viewer glitch is to just tell everybody that next match, yes, Zen is playing. Leaving? Wait, how many of you in chat are only here because you thought maybe there was a chance that Zen plays the next game? One's in chat if you only ever show up because you thought maybe, just maybe, Zen might be in the next game. Air dribble bump for OSM to start this one. Yeah, no, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Majority ones, couple twos. You're here for Forky. Oh, okay. Nass. Air dribble over the top of OSM and the double for the tie game. OSM has been very willing to meet people at the rim, as I like to call it. As he goes all the way up to the top of the arena, and he actually pulled off of it a little bit. His fake kickoffs are just getting eaten alive now. They were successful earlier. Nass caught onto them way faster. He's going to take his advantage for the lead. Nass. Side flip pop to get OSM to miss, and has regained his edge as he tries to bring this to yet another sweep today. OSM, slow roll right at the back of Nass. That'll do it. Nass expecting something a little bit trickier. Cannot get back down. Do you ever do commentary? Will you ever do commentary in the RLCS? You know, it's not fully under my control, I don't think. I can't tell you yes, because maybe I never would, but I would be willing to. OSM has had a lot of solid reads on these aerials. He's going to go for an aerial of his own now. Couldn't get ahead of the ball in time. Tried to bump Nass. Didn't connect, but has himself a possession all the same. Nass doesn't back down and doesn't need to follow up on this ball. It is just going to go straight in with no help. Really strong first touch from OSM. OSM camera check, as I believe Nass did the classic upside down kickoff, right? What is that called? The reverse half flip or something? Well, I forget the name for it. It has made a resurgence recently to be used on occasion. The Silly Billy. Ah, yes. I forgot the official name for the kickoff. is, of course, the Silly Billy. Nass punishing OSM for being too patient here. Gets the reset, falls to the ground. No little pogo or whatever he was trying to do to follow up, but because OSM was so passive in net, it allows for Nass to play it around him after landing back down. Mr. Feer went as SMW versus Venom. I've been looking to see, is SMW gonna... Oh my goodness, Nass. So close to scoring a nice clip. But I've been looking to see when SMW is on, because I wanted to ask SMW if he's gonna play his ones for Twisted Minds. Or I know Venom plays some ones. See if I could get him in, but I don't know if he just displays offline all the time on Steam. Some people do that. I never seem to catch him online. OSM. The classic one shots. You guys can do this too, trust me. It's good at every single level. A nice rolling ball, hook shots. 103 km/h, top shelf banger. Doesn't require many mechanics. No, I can't. I still whiff those. Listen, you don't guaranteed to hit him every time, but you're certainly much more likely to hit it than the kind of stuff that Nass has put on. Nass just launching this ball at OSM, who is directly shadowing in front of him, forced to make that save vertical as opposed to being able to direct it to either corner, and then Nass just follows up. OSM has a kick off his own, so he's still in this game. It does just seem like Nass will eventually pull away the way he has the past couple games, whereas OSM seems to be more holding on to this final thread here, but he could take a game win. Maybe he could turn his luck around. Nass all the way from the back wall. He really wants this pogo, and OSM's not going to let him have it. Nush wanted the pogo as well, but far too telegraphed, I think, is really the only reason neither one of them been able to pull it off. Last game for today. Maybe, maybe not. I actually asked a couple people real quick to follow up against OSM, and I got 2 yeses, so I might set up a game with the other person who I wasn't able to get a game for. OSM to the ceiling. Is he going to be able to get back to make the save? No, he isn't, because he's going to get stomped by Nass. OSM got his resets. Interesting. Decided to use the flip instead of just falling down to the ground and make a play from there. Khaled is back top 5 in ones. You guys think Khaled will play his team's 1v1s? I know if you ask Khaled, TRK is the better 1v1er. You know, in recent memory, TRK had been in better form. But I feel like I haven't seen TRK playing much ones, and on the contrary, it seems like Khaled has been playing a lot, so wouldn't be unheard of to hear that Khaled might play some of the Falcons 1v1s at Gamers 8. Nass the 50, and there is the lead that seemed to just be inevitable. The way that Nass is playing, OSM has had a really tough time playing a passive defense against Nass's air dribbles. Nass dunking and wall dashing into a demo. Respawn for OSM is perfect on the ball and with the 100. It doesn't get better than that. OSM's respawns today have been immaculate. Can he convert with a flick? It's placed well. He needs a follow-up. Nass gets caught a little bit on the post. OSM, though, panicking as he flips around the play. Nass searching for a demo. Isn't going to find it. OSM able to evade it. So 15 seconds. And OSM needs to clutch up. Goes back to old reliable. He's bumped Nass. He's going to score them both. And he does, just barely. It seemed like Nass might be able to land and get the save. But OSM does slowly carry him into the net. Enough for him to not get there. 8-8. 9 seconds. OSM, I don't think he's going to cheese the kickoff. Not the way that Nass has been reading him in these previous kickoffs, but it doesn't matter. Nass just gets his lead back again. OSM struggling in late kickoffs. Bit of a missed wave dash after it initially went in Nass's favor. Now Nass is going to delay in order to secure the game. The ball is in the air. OSM is going to have a near impossible time keeping it up. Nass is there to meet him, and is he going to double it? He will. He slams it to the ground with authority, and it's another sweep. Nass 3-0 over OSM. Takes him down confidently.